Top 10 Safest Countries to Live in. Did you know that the average person spends over 200 hours a year worrying about personal safety and security? From rising crime rates to natural disasters and global unrest, finding a peaceful place to call home is becoming more than just a dream. It is a necessity. But where in the world can you truly let your guard down, walk at night without fear, and raise a family with confidence? Today, we are diving into the top 10 safest countries to live in. Not just based on crime stats, but also healthcare quality, political stability, natural disaster preparedness, and overall peace of mind. Whether you are looking for a new country to relocate to or just curious about where safety meets serenity, this list is your global compass. Get ready to rethink where you feel at home. Iceland. Iceland is not just cold, it is cool, calm, and incredibly safe. With almost zero violent crime, no standing military, and a social trust level that feels almost utopian, it is no surprise that Iceland has topped the Global Peace Index year after year. Imagine living in a place where people leave their cars running while grocery shopping and trust their neighbors enough to leave doors unlocked. But of course, it is not all glaciers and fairy tales. Living in Iceland means dealing with unpredictable weather, long arc winters, and a high cost of living. And yes, volcanoes are a real threat. Just ask anyone who remembers the 2010 eruption that shut down air traffic across Europe. New Zealand is like that friend who is effortlessly chill but always prepared. It has a low crime rate, a politically stable environment, and some of the world's most stunning scenery, from fjords and beaches to rolling green hills that might look suspiciously familiar if you have seen The Lord of the Rings. But don't be fooled by the peace and quiet. The country is geologically active, sitting on the Pacific Ring of Fire, which means earthquakes and volcanic activity are part of the package. However, the government is transparent and proactive when it comes to safety measures, emergency response, and disaster readiness. Plus, the locals, affectionately known as Kiwis, are known for being some of the friendliest and most welcoming people you will ever meet. Switzerland is basically what you get when a country is designed by engineers, diplomats, and chocolate makers. Known for its neutrality, punctual trains, and pristine alpine views, Switzerland combines high safety with high quality of life. It has extremely low crime, a highly efficient healthcare system, and a legal structure that favors individual rights and public order. But here's the twist. Despite its squeaky clean image, Switzerland has some of the world's highest living costs, and integrating into Swiss culture can take time. There are 4 national languages, strict social norms, and a serious emphasis on privacy and precision. Still, with well-lit cities, peaceful rural towns, and perhaps the lowest risk of government instability on Earth, it is the kind of place where your biggest worry might just be deciding which cheese to put on your raclette. Canada is not just maple syrup, Mounties, and sorry memes. It is also one of the safest and most livable countries in the world. With its strong healthcare system, progressive policies, and famously friendly population, Canada is often seen as a beacon of stability and inclusivity. Major cities like Vancouver, Toronto, and Montreal offer a multicultural, cosmopolitan life with relatively low crime rates compared to similar-sized cities elsewhere. However, it is not without its challenges. Winters can be brutal, especially the farther north you go, and housing costs have become a real concern in urban centers. Still, with its political stability, low gun violence, and emphasis on community welfare, Canada provides both safety and opportunity, not to mention some of the most stunning natural landscapes on the planet. Japan. If order and politeness had a national flag, it would probably look like Japan's. This island nation is consistently ranked as one of the safest in the world, especially when it comes to violent crime, which is astonishingly low. Tokyo, despite being one of the largest cities globally, has one of the lowest crime rates among major metropolises. But Japan's safety comes with unique quirks, from natural risks like typhoons and earthquakes to a deeply hierarchical culture that may take time for newcomers to navigate. Still, it is a country where school children walk home alone, lost wallets are returned intact, and punctuality is practically a religion. For those who value efficiency, cleanliness, and deep-rooted tradition, Japan is more than just safe, it is mesmerizing. Finland has been voted the happiest country in the world several years running, and it is not just because of the saunas and cinnamon buns. Safety here is woven into daily life, from low crime rates and well-maintained infrastructure to a transparent government and a strong social safety net. Children play outside without fear, healthcare is universal, and public trust in law enforcement is among the highest globally. But here is the catch. Winters are long and dark, and seasonal depression is a real issue many newcomers underestimate. Also, while Finns are kind, they are also famously reserved, so making friends may require patience and perseverance. Still, with its stunning lakes, clean cities, and a national obsession with quiet living, Finland is a place where peace is not just policy, it is a lifestyle. If you are introverted and nature-loving, this is your promised land. Denmark. In Denmark, safety is not a feature, it is a foundation. With low crime, a well-functioning legal system, and strong protections for workers and families, Denmark consistently ranks among the best countries to live in for both peace and prosperity. Copenhagen in particular offers urban charm with bike-friendly streets, world-class restaurants, and a culture that values balance over burnout. But as with all good things, there is a flip side. Taxes are high, really high, and while that funds an excellent social system, it can be a shock to newcomers. Also, Danish weather is famously unpredictable, with gray skies and drizzle more common than not. Still, the safety here is not just physical, it is psychological. Austria. Austria blends old-world charm with modern safety like few places can. From the imperial grandeur of Vienna to the peaceful alpine towns of Tyrol, this country offers low crime, excellent healthcare, and some of the cleanest cities in Europe. Austria is not flashy. It is elegant, refined, and incredibly efficient. You will find well-organized public transport, strong environmental laws, and a respect for rules that keeps life running smoothly. That said, integration can be a hurdle. Learning German is almost a must, and cultural differences may feel a bit rigid to outsiders at first. And yes, housing in Vienna is getting pricier. Portugal. Portugal is the quiet superstar of Europe, warm, safe, and surprisingly affordable. With a laid-back lifestyle, crime rates, and some of the best weather in the European Union, Portugal has become a haven for expats and digital nomads alike. Lisbon and Porto offer urban excitement without the chaos, while smaller towns like Coimbra and Faro deliver coastal charm and community warmth. Of course, no paradise is perfect. Public bureaucracy can be slow, salaries are lower than in Northern Europe, and learning Portuguese, while not impossible, does take effort. Singapore. Singapore is like the luxury watch of countries, sleek, precise, and designed for performance. This city-state is consistently ranked among the safest in the world, thanks to its strict laws, efficient governance, and top-tier infrastructure. Violent crime is almost non-existent, streets are immaculately clean, and surveillance cameras are as common as palm trees. But make no mistake, Singapore takes rules seriously. Chewing gum is restricted, jaywalking can get you fined, and public behavior is closely monitored. For some, that level of order feels stifling. For others, it is exactly why they feel safe. The cost of living is high, especially housing, but the return is huge. World-class healthcare, incredible schools, and a dynamic multicultural society that runs like clockwork. If this video helped you find your dream destination or just gave you a fresh perspective, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling us where you would feel most at home. Share this with anyone dreaming of a safer life, because peace of mind should never be a luxury.